We begin with a News 4 Tucson investigators report. Arizona's Attorney General says there is reasonable cause to believe that two Tucson businesses have violated the state's Consumer Fraud Act.
News 4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz confronted the man who manages both companies.
Hey, David. David, why are you walking away? We want to ask you about the Attorney General lawsuit.
David Kinas will soon have to answer questions from Arizona's Attorney General. For now, he ignores those from the News 4 Tucson investigators about turning dreams into nightmares.
Well, he basically destroyed our dreams of owning a home and the piece of American life, really.
He took our savings, he took our trust, it was the beginning of the end for our family.
Stephanie Maston and Leif Olson blame David Kinas for the tremendous financial stress they say played a part in their pending divorce. In 2011, the couple signed agreements with Kinas and the companies he manages, Deed and Note Traders and 881 Home. They would first rent, then buy this house in central Tucson for $79,900. They put down $2,500 and would pay $800 a month in rent, with about 10% going to the purchase price.
David told me at 5 years of payments at a certain interest rate that we would own this home. And we discovered later that those were just interest-only payments.
The balloon payment at the end of 5 years, nearly $72,000. The allegedly undisclosed interest-only payments are one reason why Arizona's Attorney General is taking Kinas' companies to court, saying there is reasonable cause to believe the companies violated and continue to violate Arizona's Consumer Fraud Act. The AG says its business practices were, quote, deceptive and unfair. The AG claims Kinas' companies told consumers that a portion of the rent would go towards the purchase price, but he, quote, did not apply any portion of the rent towards the purchase, unquote. Kinas allegedly failed to satisfy liens on one property and allowed it to go to auction while taking the consumer's payments.
I'm ecstatic knowing that they're finally doing something.
Robin Shoemaker told us by phone from her Colorado home about her nightmare with the Tucson house she bought from Kinas for $85,000 on a lease-to-own deal.
He just strung me along, like putting it off that this was a good title, and it turned out to be a bad title, and I lost everything.
This isn't the first time Deed and Note Traders and Kinas have been in trouble with the state. In 2006, they agreed to a settlement with the AG that involved its foreclosure assistance business, was ordered to pay restitution to former clients and pay the AG's office $200,000 for the cost of the investigation. Last year, yet another Kinas business, 326 Cars, was investigated by us for allegedly trying to sell salvage cars, including this Ford Focus, without disclosing the salvage title to consumers and to our undercover producer.
Title good and everything like that?
Yeah.
Now, Attorney General Mark Brnovich wants the court to shut down Kinas' home buying business and find him in contempt if he doesn't answer questions the AG first posed last August.
David, how come you haven't responded to the Attorney General? What do you say to the people that say that you took them for thousands of dollars?
Not true.
Okay, what's your comment? We'd love your side of it.
Before he locked his office door, David Kinas told us to call his attorney. So we did. Scott Gibson first said he didn't know about the Attorney General's petition until last Friday. Then in a second phone call, he said the banks that Deed and Note Traders work with are to blame, that David Kinas has done nothing wrong. Gibson says he's meeting next week with someone from the AG's office to iron all this out. But the AG tells us a court hearing is set for April 7th. Gibson declined our request for an on-camera interview. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.